Hi everyone, welcome back to your workout. I'm Tiffany Burke. Today I'm going to take you through a really unique class. We're going to be doing a ton of tower work on our reformer in reformer mode. I don't have the long mats for my tower, so I've kind of rigged things up a little bit to accommodate being able to use the entire space here. Now, if you have a tower that has the mats, you're not going to need to rig it up like I have, okay? So if you just have a tower with the tower mats, you're not going to have to change anything. If you're like me and you just have the reformer with the tower, this is what you're going to do. So I've removed my risers. I've also removed my shoulder blocks, okay? Took all the springs off of the reformer carriage, pulled the reformer carriage all the way out. Then I placed inside the well my sitting box and I pushed it up against the carriage so it's going to keep the carriage from wiggling. I've also added my jump board right here like this. So my jump board is here and it's pressed up against the box. It's kind of wedged between the box and the foot bar to keep the box steady, but I'm also going to be putting my foot up on the foot bar, so I have my foot bar up and ready to go. So now let's take a look at our tower. So I have my push through bar up and I have two heavy springs loaded from the top. And then I'm going to be using my long, light leg springs, and I put a handle on that. And I'm also using the long, heavy leg springs, and I have a double loop on that. The purple springs, the heavy leg springs, they're at the very bottom eyelet hook, and then the yellow ones are just above it. So they're both anchored pretty low. You're going to need a soft Pilates ball for this class. You're also going to need a couple pairs of weights. I'm going to be going between 10 and 15 pounds. You can always pick what works best for you. I always recommend pulling out a few pairs or pull out as much as you have so you can kind of pick and choose throughout the workout. I've done this workout a few times, so I know exactly what I want. I'm using a pair of 10s and a pair of 15s. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start using the push through bar. And if you have your soft Pilates ball, just keep it nearby, wedge it under there like that. Now I'm going to start with something very classical, which is kind of funny because the setup is very non-classical. But we're going to start with circular saw. Typically, circular saw is done with one spring on top, but I'm going to go ahead and keep both springs on because it's not going to affect it very much because we're going to go right into having the two springs on. So go ahead, sit yourself down facing the tower frame, and I want you to press the heels of your feet into the tower frame, and then go ahead, take your hands, bring them up to the bar, push the bar forward, draw the shoulders down. Now I'm going to keep my left hand on the bar and I'm going to reach my right hand through to the upright bar just above my left foot. And I'm going to look under the left armpit and just hold. Now hanging heavy from my left hand, I'm going to circle my right hand all the way around. And I'm going to get a nice stretch. I'm going to press heavy into the right foot as I reach through my right fingertips. Now I'm going to reverse, again, trying to touch every corner in the room. And I'm going to push the bar up and find a nice little stretch right here. And again, circling it around, great big inhale right here. Push through the heel, find a nice stretch right there. And again, reversing, diving through, finding a nice stretch. Holding it. Now let's switch hands. My right hand comes on, my left hand comes to the bar. I'm going to look underneath that right arm, holding heavy onto both hands, or holding heavy from both hands. Now I'm going to circle the left arm around, again trying to touch every corner in the room, and I'm going to stretch over. As I reach over this time, reaching out my left fingertips, but I'm pressing my left heel into the bar. And again, circling it around, finding a nice stretch. Holding it right here. And then I'm going to reverse it, circling it around, finding a nice stretch right there. All right. Now, go ahead and grab this ball, and we're going to sit forward quite a bit. I want you to sit forward enough that your feet can come to the floor. Bring the ball between your knees, just like that. Now you're going to grab this bar, and I'm going to roll back. When I roll back, I want to find that Pilates scoop. So I'm cinching my ribs to my hips. Now, I'm going to pull the bar down. and then let it return. Your carriage is going to swirl around just a little bit. That's totally fine. Exhale as you pull. Now, as you pull, I want you to think about deflating those abdominals. We're here for 6. Exhale, pulling it down right there for 5. Contracting the core as you pull for 4, 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Now, as I pull, I'm going to lift the legs and extend. I'm going to scoot my butt forward just a little bit. Again, the carriage might swirl around. Cinching the rib to the hip. We're going to go for 6 more. For 6, 5, 4. Deep abs right here. For 3, 2, one more. Now hold the arms here. Just the legs. Tap and lift for 6. Tap and lift for 5. Contracting the core as you lift for 4. You got it. We're here for 3, 2, one more, 1. Now take your left hand, bring it to the center of the bar. Now we're going to turn this way here like this. All right, so now I'm on my right forearm and my left hand is holding the center of the bar. I'm going to scoot forward just a little bit. Now before we add the lower half, just practice the upper half, pulling it down right there. Exhale, pulling it down. We're going to go for 6. Drawing that shoulder blade down so you feel those lats and that arm for 5. Exhale, pull for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to add the bottom half, right? So you're going to rock up, pull, and then rock back down. Exhale as you lift. Let's go for 6 and back down. Cinching the rib to the hip right there for 5. Really recruiting those obliques right here for 4. You've got it. Draw that shoulder blade down. Hollow out those abs for 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Good. Let go of the bar. Bring your legs down. Now I'm going to stand into this right forearm and I'm going to lift my hips up from here. I'm going to thread the needle through and open just for 3. As I reach through, I'm going to feel a stretch under that on the top of that left side. Last one. And 1. And then lower the hips. Rotate back around towards the tower. We're going to pass through the center before we go to the other side. So from here, we're going to do just the double tuck, okay? Inhale, prepare. Exhale, tuck for 8. Cinching the ribs to the hips. We're here for 7. Hollowing out that low tummy for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here. This is it. 1. Good. Bring your right hand to the center of the bar. Left hand comes to the carriage and you come down on that left side, starting with just the arm first. Lift out that bottom armpit, pull it down. Here we go. Exhale, pull and pull. We've got 6 more. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Now from here, we're going to rock on to both hips, or square off the hips as you rock up for 6. Cinching the rib to the hip for 5. Hollowing out that tummy as you pull for 4. Finding that oblique. We're here for 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Nice job. All right, ditch the ball for just a second. We're going to take one of those springs off. It doesn't matter which one. And we're going to come this way here. So I'm going to lay all the way down this way, like this. We're going to go into a more classical version of our teaser. So I'm going to lay down here like this, just extending the feet long. All right, so we're going to inhale to prepare. So on my inhale, I lift the head. Exhale, scoop the abdominals as you come up to your teaser. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly roll all the way back down. This time we're going to add to it. Inhale, tuck the chin. Scoop the abdominals as you come up. Hold it right here. Leg lowers for 6. Take it down. Scoop the abs. Take it up for 6. Inhale, lower. Contract the core and lift for 5. We're here for 4. You've got it. For 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Bring the knees to tabletop, replace the feet. Now I'm going to turn towards you here like this, and I'm going to push the bar down and through, and I'm going to extend my top leg long. Top hand comes on my head. I'm going to take it out. Now as I come in, I'm going to cinch the rib to my hip. Take it out, cinch the rib to your hip, elbow to your knee. 6. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here. We're going to hold the last one. Little pulses. Here we go for 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg long. Bring both hands on your bar. Push through. Get a nice stretch. Press heavy into both hands as you lift the upper body up. Let's do 2 more like that. I'm pushing it through, lengthening the spine right here. Big inhale. Exhale, press heavy into both hands. Hollow out those armpits. Lift it up. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. And again, pushing through. Exhale up. Good. From here, roll onto your stomach. All right. Drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale to prepare by drawing the shoulders down. Exhale, press into the heels of your hands as you come up into that swan. Big inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly bring it back down. Returning the face towards the mat. Inhale, draw your shoulders down. Exhale, press into the heels of your hands. Now, if you want to lift the legs up as they float up, drawing the heels together, squeezing those glutes, you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the shoulders down, pressing the pelvis into the ground as you lift the upper body, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, squeezing the glutes, taking it back down. We're going to do just 1 more. Exhale, lift it up and back down. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the center of the bar. Turn yourself to the other side. All right, so we come up a little bit higher here. Left hand is on my head, left leg is extended long. I'm going to reach it out and then exhale, draw your rib to your hip, elbow to the knee. For 6, inhale, lengthen, cinching the rib to the hip right there for 5. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one right here. This is it. 1, hold it, pulse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg long. Bring both hands onto the bar, pushing it through. I call this like a little mermaid teaser combo or swan combo. Press heavy into both hands as you lift it up. Good. And again, inhale, pushing through. Exhale, hollow out the armpits, draw the shoulders down, press heavy into the heels of your hands. You lift it up. 1 more right here. And exhale, bringing it up. And then let the bar float back up. Okay, from here we need to change our push through bar around. Right now the springs are loaded from above. We're going to load the springs below, okay? So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to load or hook both of the red springs to those bottom eyelet hooks. Like this. And then of course, I'm going to bring my safety strap on like this. And I'm just going to bring it to that bottom hook right there, or that bottom loop right there. So we have changed our equipment around a little bit. We're going to have our 2 heavy short springs attached to the push through bar from below. And then if you want to add your safety chain right here, that just keeps it so it doesn't hit you or your client in the head. If your feet were to slip, have that on. Then I have strategically placed my dumbbells kind of in here like this. You can put them on the floor anywhere, but I think they'll be easy to access if I just have them right there ready to go. We're going to start with the tower footwork to get our legs nice and warmed up and stretched out just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down under here like this. If you're tall like me, your butt may be hanging off the back. All right, so from here, I'm gonna push the bar up and I'm gonna bring my feet onto the bar. It always feels a little heavy at first, but the stretch is really right here. So I'm gonna inhale, lengthen the legs long, and then I'm gonna exhale, bring them back in. This is where that stretch is. So it's like kind of compressing everything down a little bit, getting a stretch in those glutes and hamstrings. Inhale to lengthen. Now, if you have the setup that I'm using where you're not using the mats, you're gonna feel your carriage shift just a little bit, but it's not hurting anything. I usually go for about 8 right here. So inhale, lengthen, we'll call that 5, and back in. We're here for 4. Now on this, I tell people just breathe how you want to breathe. I always inhale through my nose, and I like to exhale at the back of my throat. Other than that, breathe however you want to breathe. We're going to do one more right here. Now I'm going to bring my feet to parallel, and I'm just going to point and flex for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here, 1. Now I'm going to wiggle both of my feet to the left side. I'm going to lower my left leg down, and now I'm going to bend the right leg, getting a nice stretch right there. We're here for 6. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. For 5, and bend. For 4, my knee is turned out, so when I bend, my right knee is aiming towards my right shoulder. For 3, we're here for 2, last one right here. 1, go ahead and hold it long, point and flex. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here, 1, and now I'm going to bring my left foot on the left side, lowering my right leg down, slightly turn the knee and the toes out. So when you bend, the left knee is aiming towards the left shoulder. We're here for 6. Again, breathe however you want to breathe. Just breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here. 1, hold here, point and flex. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here. 1, nice job. Bring that bar down. Now I want you to take one of your springs off. It doesn't matter which one. Both of this, or one spring comes off. Now both hands come back onto the bar. Both feet come back onto the bar, and let's go into a monkey. So I lift up, hold that stretch. Now can you flex your feet for a second? Point, and then coming back down. And again, reaching it up, holding it here, flex, point, and then bringing it back down. Let's go for one more here. Hold it here, flex, point, and bring it back down. Nice job. Go ahead and take those feet off, and we're going to slide out. Now we've got a pretty fun, I think it's fun, leg flow right here. We're going to do the left side of the body first so that I can be facing you throughout the first half of this flow, and then we'll go to the other side. We're going to stay with the one spring low for the first exercise, and then we're going to quickly pop that other spring on for a little bit more resistance. So working the left leg, I'm going to shimmy a little bit closer to the tower here, and I'm going to come up into a side plank. Now my left leg is under the bar, and we're just going to do a clam right here for 10. Exhale, take it up for 9, 8. Both legs are working right here for 7. You're stabilizing in the bottom leg, and you're working that top leg for 6, 5. You got it. Keep lifted for 4. Armpit is hollow. We're here for 3, 2. One more right here. 1, coming down. Now I'm going to take this safety strap off. It's going to give me just a little bit more movement, and I'm going to quickly add that other heavy spring on right there like that. I'm going to turn this way, and we're going to go into my favorite part of the whole class. It's the donkey. So my left heel is going to come underneath the bar. I'm going to bring my elbows down to my box, or if you're on a regular tower, onto the bed here. All right, so you want to squeeze the left glute as you press it up. Squeeze it up, and then resist it coming down for 10. Really think about switching on the glute, extending up nice and high for 9. We're here for 8. Think about rounding the glute the entire time for 7. Resist it coming down. We're here for 6 and down. Abdominals are tight for 5. Shoulders are out of your ears. For 4, you got it. Come on. We're here for 3, 2, last one right here. 1, take it down halfway. Hold it here, friends. Pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way down. You got it. Sit back over those heels for 1 second, giving it a nice stretch. Now you're going to bring your hands onto the mat or the box, whatever feels most comfortable. Coming into a kneeling push-up right here, taking it down and back up. Now, if you want to add to it, you can obviously come up onto your toes. Let's just go for 6, taking it down and up for 6. Abdominals are nice and tight for 5. Not allowing that low back to sway. We're here for 4, 3, 2, last one right here. This is it. Come on. 1, sit yourself back into child's pose. Hold that stretch right there. From here, we're going to go into a complex bear. Okay. So I'm going to grab the spring with my left hand. Again, we're working the left side of the body first. All right, so start here like this. Start kneeling. So my knees are down. You're going to reach it front, resist it closing. Now, can you shift your weight back and then launch forward or press forward like that? Now, if you want to add to it still, you're going to take the knees off. Let's go for 8, 7. You got it. We're here for 6. Whew. For 5. I know it is tough. Hang in there. For 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Come on, come on. 1. Whoo. Catch your breath. I'm going to turn towards you. We're going to go into a side plank. Now I'm going to take the spring that's behind me, that long yellow one. That way you feel the lats a little bit more. And we're going to come into a side plank. So have your left foot in front, your right foot is behind. My right hand is down on the bed or on that box. All right, so I'm going to stand into my hands and my feet. I'm going to reach it up, hold it right here, bring it back for 8, 7. You've got it. Come on. We're here for 6. Whoo. For 5, 4, 3. You got it. Come on, come on. Final 2. This is it right here. 1. Woo. Take it down. Heart rate getting up there. All right. Back to those legs. So we're going to come up this way here like this. Still working the left leg. We're going to go into a split squat here. My left foot is going to stay on the box or the bed, and then my right foot is going to come up to that foot bar. Before we add the weights, let's perfect our form, okay? So roll the shoulders back. You're going to drop this knee down into that pocket. So I go down, I drive through the heel, I take it back up. If you want to add weights, go ahead and pick those weights up now. Whew, had to hop my foot forward. Roll the shoulders back. All right, as I go down, my nose goes over my toes. I drive through the heel, come up for 10. Inhale, taking it down, driving through that heel right there for 9. Whew. For 8. 7. You got it. Come on, drive through that heel. For 6. 5. 4. 3. Come on, you guys. Let's do this. For 2. One more right here. 1, take it down halfway. Hold it right here, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. How is that leg? We're here for 3. Come on. 2, 1. Woo. Catch your breath. All right, I want to go into an overhead reach while we have these heavy weights with us. Let's just get through it, okay? All right, so roll the shoulders back, reaching it up, resist for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one right here, 1. Ditch those weights. Now I'm going to pick up my lighter weights right here. And I'm going to do a bent over fly, okay? All right. I'm going to go into a kickstand position right here. Hinge forward. Roll the shoulders back. Take it up for 10. 9. You're drawing those shoulder blades together right here for 8. 7. 6. You got it. Come on. For 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. Ditch those weights. 2 more leg passes right here. Then we take about a 30-second break and take it from the top. All right, so I'm going to walk myself forward. I'm going to grab that push-through bar. We're going to go into our deadlifts here. So you want it fairly heavy. Now, if it's too heavy, take one of those springs off, okay? Find your balance on the left leg. Roll the shoulders back. This is our deadlift. We hinge forward, drive through the heel, take it up. Now, the next one, we lunge back, drive through the heel, take it up. We're alternating through this. Whew. We're doing a set of 10. So we have 8 more. This is 8. Up and back. 7. Keep those shoulders drawn back. For 6. You got it. For 5. 4. How is that left leg? Is it shaking the good shake? 3. Woo. You got it. We're here for 2. Come on, this is it. Last one, right here. Woo. You did it. Ditch that for just a second. Now, we pull out, I'm catching my breath. We pull out that long, heavy leg spring. Okay. I'm going to take the short loop over the arch of my foot. I'm going to step back as far as I can. Soften the standing leg. Roll the shoulders back, sweeping it back, rounding the glute for 10. 9. My nose is over my toes. Abdominals are tight for 8. 7. 6. For 5. Whew. 4. 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. No pulses. 1. Take that off. Step down. Catch your breath. Give yourselves a little break. 30 seconds to 1 minute. Grab some water. Meet me right back here. All right, welcome back. So I'm taking one of these springs off just for the clam, then it's coming right back on. So here we go, starting with our clam. I'm gonna turn away from you because now we're gonna work the right side of our body. All right, so remember, we want to come up onto our hand and our knee. So we're going to lift the hips off right here. Here we go for 10. 9. That bottom armpit needs to be nice and hollow for 8. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the hips forward. 6. 5. 4. You got it. Come on. We're here for 3. 2. Ouchie. Do you feel it? 1. Take it down quickly. Let's add this guy here like this. And then I'm going to turn this way here to go into our donkey. Remember, you want the heel or just behind the heel on the bar. Elbows come down, abdominals are drawn in. Here we go. Take it up, back in for 10. Take it up and squeeze for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more right here. 1, hold it right here, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Oh, that's tough. All right. Woo. All right, we're going to come into our push-up. We're going to change it a little bit this time. Come up into your plank. You're going to shift your weight back. Drop the heels. Now I want you to shift your weight forward into a push-up. Take it up, drop the head, scoop the belly, roll the hips back to a downward dog, and then shift your weight forward, shoulders over your hands, take it down, up, shift your weight back, get a nice stretch, and again, take it down, whoo, up, and stretch. 3 more like that, for 3, and stretch. You can come down to the knees if you would like to during the push-up. 2, last one right here. This is it. 1, and shift that weight back. Come down to the knees. Find a little child's pose stretch. All right, now you're gonna grab the right yellow spring. Depending on the height of the spring can either be under the arm or over the arm. You decide. Both work really well. All right, so practice shifting your weight back, reaching it front like that. So this is level 1. Level 2, you take the knees off. Here we go. We're here for 8 and down. 7, I know it is heavy. We're here for 6. Whew. 5, come down to those knees if you need to. 4, I know it is tough. For 3, 2, I'm barely making it through this. 1, holy moly, that was tough. Whew. All right, I'm gonna turn away from you for that side plank. We're here this way. Remember, I like the spring that's behind me because it works the lats just a little bit more. All right, so when you come into your plank, your bottom foot is in front. So that's my left foot. My right foot is behind. I'm gonna come up to my plank, hold it up there. This is where I add my reach for 8, 7, you got it. For 6, 5, 4, 3, come on, almost there. 2, this is it right here, come on. 1, oh, that's tough, guys. Whoo. Okay, here we go. We're walking over. Cool, calm, and collected. Catching my breath for a second. Now we're gonna go working the right leg. First one is our split squat. So my right foot is on the box. My left foot is on the foot bar. Before you add those weights, just make sure your placement is right. I like to do at least 1 and back. Notice when I do my split squat, I go back a little bit like that. So I'm going at a diagonal, not just up and down. Now I'm gonna pick up those weights. Here we go. Rolling the shoulders back. All right, so my nose, knees, and toes align up for 10. Taking it down. 9. Keep the shoulders rolled back. 8. Dropping into that back pocket for 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Take it down halfway. Hold it right here. Pulse it. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. All right. I'm going to do the reverse fly. Coming to that kickstand right here like this. Roll the shoulders back. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Draw those shoulder blades together. Try not to swing. 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1. Ditch those guys. Switching to our other weights for that overhead reach. Whew. Let's go. Here we go. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7. You got to come on. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. 1. Whew. I'm running out of breath, guys. Push through bar deadlift lunge. Walking it forward. All right. If you need it heavier, if you need it lighter, absolutely take one of those weights off. Or spring, sorry. Roll the shoulders back. You can either keep the left foot down like that, or you can let it float up like this. So we do one deadlift. Take it up. Step back. 1 lunge. And up. Hinging forward, driving through that heel. And down. Whew. Whew. This is 6. 5. Whew. 4. 3. You're almost there. Come on. 2. Last one. 1. So good. Whew. Just that right there. Catch your breath. All right, finishing with that leg sweeper. Go ahead. Place the strap on your foot. All right. So you can either have your hand here, here, extend the foot down. So my foot is aligned up with the hip and the anchor. Take it back for 10. Slight bend in that standing leg. Round the glute as you press for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more right here. 1. How did you do? Whew, you know, it's tough. Take a 30-second break. We're going to move into our finale flow next. All right, you quickly need to convert this back to our reformer mode. So I'm just going to take the weights out. So we basically need to take the weights out, that box out, and we need to put our shoulder blocks on really quick. Taking the jump board off. I'm doing this with you so that we can all do it together. We're going to go to 1 medium spring, and then my shoulder blocks come on really easily, just like that. They don't even have to be that tight. All right, and get rid of these. And then our risers come back really quick. And then after that, we are ready to roll. All right, one red spring is on. See, that takes usually under a minute to do. All right, so foot bar stays where it is. I've got one medium spring on. My right foot comes underneath. My left foot comes against the shoulder block. Reach the hands up and float forward. Now we're gonna take it out nice and slow right here, holding it here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back in. Let's do one more like that. Taking it out, holding it out here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hand back in. All right. Now your left foot comes to about the center of the carriage. Both hands come onto your foot bar, and you're gonna stand up right away. Cross your right foot over the left foot, and you're gonna take it out. Shoulders are gonna stay over your hands as you open it out. Drop the hips, look forward. Press into your back hand as you bring it back in. And again, taking it out, keeping the shoulders over your hands, dropping the hips, lifting the chin. Now I'm gonna press into that back hand as I bring it back in, really finding that right waistline. One more like this, and then we're gonna change it. And back in. Now I'm gonna take my right hand, bring it to the center. Left hand reaches to the floor. I'm gonna open it out, open up the chest, open it up. Now lift the hips, thread the needle through. Good, 4 more like that. So we're doing a total of 5 of this variation. You can keep both hands down if you'd like to, and back in. You've got it, taking it out. 2 more here. Good, now coming down. Now I'm gonna kneel. My right foot comes against the back shoulder rest. My left foot comes against the foot bar. Press the hips forward. So I feel a stretch in that hip flexor, and and then I take it out. Nice and slow, holding it right here. Square those hips off. Drop the left heel, hold it there. Get a nice stretch, and bring it back in. And again, taking it out, nice and slow. Holding it here, pull the left hip back, drop the left heel. If you want to walk the hands down to the frame to get a little bit more of a stretch, you absolutely can. And then bring it back in. We've got one more right here. Taking it out. Square the hips off, drop the left heel, walk the hands down, find a nice stretch, holding it here, and bringing it back in. Now, before we reverse the order, which I intend to do, we're gonna grab these straps right here. We're gonna come up to high kneeling. Now, as always, whenever you're doing kneeling arms fronts, or whenever you're kneeling, you need to squeeze the glutes to press hips forward. That's gonna keep your upper body secure. It's gonna keep you from falling forward, basically. Take it up, exhale, bring it back down. Good, now can we add a circle? Take it up, palms face front, keep squeezing the glutes as you circle. We're here for 6. Taking it forward. Squeeze the glutes, stay connected under the shoulders. That's 5. For 4. 3. 2. Last one right here. And 1. Reverse here. Taking it up. Keep squeezing those glutes. Let the hands pass down and front. And again, for 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one right here. This is it. 1. And down. Ditch those straps. All right, now your right foot is gonna come up to the foot bar. You can even come to the platform where the foot bar is too high. Taking it out nice and slow, squaring off those hips, drop the heel. Good, and if you want to, you walk the hands down so you get a stretch down there and hold. And then bend the knee, walk it back in, lift the chest. And taking it out nice and slow, holding it here. Drop the heel, pull the hip back, walk the hands down, finding a stretch right there. And then bringing it back in and up. One more. Take it down, hold it here, square off those hips. Drop the heel, hold. And back in. All right, now I'm gonna come back up this way here like this. I turn to face the right. My right foot is gonna be in the center of the carriage. My left foot sweeps over. We do 3 full snakes right here, but I'm taking it slow so it's like a stretch. Now I'm gonna drop the head, press into the left hand, pull it back in. And again, 2 more like that. Slowly rolling down, dropping the hips, lifting the chin. Drop the chin, press into your left hand, pull it back in. You've got 1 more right here, nice and slow. And back in. Now, if you want to add the thread, the needle, your left hand comes to the center, the right hand reaches to the spring. You're going to take it out, hold it out here. Now I lift the hips and I pull it back in. And again, slowly opening it out. Keeping the shoulder over the hand, lift the hips, thread the needle through. You've got 3 more right here. Two more. Last one. And in, go ahead and step back off the carriage. I put my weights in the wrong spot because we need to stand right here to go into that side split. My left foot comes to the bottom underneath the foot of the bed. My right foot comes against the shoulder blocks. Reach the right hand up. Float your hands down. Now we're going to take it out really, really slow right here. Nice and slow, holding it here. And then back in, nice and slow. You got it. Let's go for 2 more like that, nice and slow. And back in. 1 more right here. And back in. And then we step off of there. Whoops, almost tripped on my weights. You did it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's Tower Reformer Fusion class. I'll see you next time.